Hello, this is Butch. Welcome back to my channel. So, this is going to be all about this Orilla Verde National Recreation Area where I stayed for a week in October of 2023. And this is the Pilar campground, my rig on the left. And there's room for about 20 rigs in there. This is going south on 570. Just wanted a view from the south side if you enter from the entrance on 64, which I highly recommend if you have a rig over 10 feet long, because the road in from the north side is really steep with a really tight hairpin turn, and it's got some great views of the gorge and the river, but you can't take your eye off the road when you're driving down, even at 5 miles an hour. So get some pictures for me, will ya? I didn't get any. I meant to stop and get out and take some pictures, but now I don't have any. At any rate, we're about 10 miles south of that area, which leads right to the Taos Junction bridge. This is the Rio Bravo campground, the third one from the north going south. And again, you see it's maybe half full. There's some traffic. You noticed a trailer. That was probably somebody going down to pick up some rafters and the rafts and cart everybody back up to their departure point, of which there are many on this river. A big one is right up at the Taos Junction bridge. It's about 3 lanes wide. So they can put people in the water pretty rapidly, pretty quickly. Now I'm playing this at 8x speed. I'm not really driving my bicycle this fast. But next we will run into the Arroyo Hondo campground. And after that, going north, it's the Lone Juniper campground. And no, that was the fourth one. So from north going south is Pilar, Rio Bravo, Arroyo, Hondo, and Lone Juniper before you get up to the bridge. And there might be some camping up near the bridge too, but that was really pretty much just a busy entrance point for the rafters. And I'm sure we'll see some rafters in this video somewhere. I just find the Rio Grande River fascinating. It's so different from any other rivers because it's parts of it are rapids and kayak ready, and then some parts of it are just stagnant and long lakes, and some parts are just swampland, like the Bosque del Apache. Beautiful. And the wildlife sure love it, including the waterfowl that migrate north and south along this route. Here's another pull off, just an area where you could get down to the water and throw your line in. And I don't remember there being very many bugs. And like I said, I was there in October and it was fairly warm, but no bugs. Anyway, that's the trailer I had at the time, which allowed me to go almost anywhere I wanted to. And I did. And if you get a picture of my truck in a video, you'll see that at this point in my full-timing career, I have a truck camper on the back of my truck. And as you can tell by the hood of my truck in this picture, that I'm driving the truck now, and we've moved from the handlebar cam to the dash cam. And come to think of it, that handlebar cam might have actually been my baseball cap cam, because I couldn't see the handlebars. And if I recall correctly, we're on 64 here, going northeast, up a beautiful drive to Taos, where I visited a Walmart. I believe they have another grocery store in town as well. But as far as getting supplies for daily needs, Taos has everything you could possibly need. I didn't see any RV service centers, but those are pretty rare at any rate. At this point in this boring video, I can ask you to like and subscribe and recommend my videos to all your friends and family and people passing by on the street. But other than that boring shit, which usually makes me click off to the next video, if you haven't at this point yet, let me bring you up to date a little bit about my travels. Today is May 10th, 2025, and I have been on the road full timing as an RVer for 4 years and 10 days. That's when I closed down my house and had no other place to sleep except my 14-foot trailer. That's right, I started in a 14-foot trailer with a tiny little twin bed. I've since then upgraded to a truck camper, and now I traded a truck camper in for a fifth wheel. So I'm sitting here in a 38-foot behemoth that is really no fun to drive around. So that's one thing I miss about the good old days when I was light and mobile and agile and could go anywhere, but I do really like the comfort of pulling into a campground, finding a pull through, and that's the end of the video. Bye!